antiques, and unique goodness you'd love to discuss. Brought to you by GunChannels.com and available on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and SoundCloud.
All right, so since this is part 2, I figured I'd use a second-rate intro. So we'll continue the show. I don't know where we got kicked out there. I was talking about concealed carry nation, and I think we were about to talk about why it's so challenging for manufacturers to make AKs.
Yes, and I pretty much solved it all, so.
Right on. So your answer was because they don't have the aluminum technology to make VZ48s, VZ58s?
It's the workmanship. I think they just can't handle it. That's why they call it 58s. But you know, AK-47s, they're doing them too well. AK-47 is not made to be that fine piece of machinery. AK-47 is a crude piece of, you know, early tech, unlike the VZ58, which is modern.
Since the sound's so bad on my laptop, I'm going to try to jump into my phone, and then that way I can go mobile, and I think I can hear way better.
Try that.
Okay, so I'll be back. Or, I mean, just, yeah, we'll keep on. So, I don't know, do we keep going then? Or,
Yeah.
I don't know, why is it so hard to make AKs? Because AKs are sloppy. They're built in with built-in tolerances, right? That was the genius of them. And either the Russians just lived that life or something, like that was just a different method or something. It was like a different culture. Like they were able to deal with that and succeed with it well. But we're more like Germans. We got to make everything fit nicely, and it's all got to be A dimension, mil spec is all you ever talk about. Where, you know, what would it be in Kami? Like mil general area. Whoa.
That was pretty crazy. Well, that's kind of what I said too, is that, you know, Americans are they're British and Germans mixed together, you know. It's a weird mixture, weird recipe.
Oh, I've been muted on both devices. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm asking people that are in the chat to let me know how the sound is off the phone, because I can hear way better on the phone. And then let me know about the video quality, because I got a couple of things to show you. It's puppy. Okay, get on my way. Get on my way. Got important business here. All right, Bob. So I'm going to break from regular, whatever our schedule is here, because the rain kind of stopped, and I got something to show you.
Okay.
So we go in here. This requires a couple of gloves. I'd adventures today. What? I wish I had a windbreaker because it is raining. What? What?
I was laughing ironically.
Of course, now we'll probably lose connection because I'm walking away from the laptop, but first thing I need to do is get this tape measure out. What could I be needing a tape measure for? 43 inches, that's not long enough. All right. Let's eat some lunch, Bob. Look at this. Is that coming out all right?
Yeah, man, sounds good. So that's about the size of the one I almost stepped on, yeah. Oh, a little bit fatter even. That's a fat one. He's well fed. So you're gonna cook that sucker up?
What?
You gonna cook them?
I was during the show, but I forgot Smeggy ain't gonna be here, and it's raining. I want to do it in the rain.
Yeah, that'd be good. He's a plump one.
What?
He's a plump one. That would be pretty good. Lots of fat on him. It'd be juicy.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna eat him. I guess I could. I've seen, he was not dead that long. He was still kicking one.
You just found him dead?
No.
I don't think I'd eat him then, no. But yeah, skin him, that'd be cool.
Before I go back in, since I'm already wet, that's the McDonald's I'm talking about. So there's an old-fashioned McDonald's sign right there.
Yep.
And that is where they took that picture.
Cool.
All right. So hopefully everybody could see that okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a box to put your laptop on, so you can set your laptop on the bench there and have it sitting on a box like a milk crate.
Well, no, I'm gonna put it back here. It's just that when it's not, I need to route wire or power up over here because the laptop battery lasts a little while, but not long enough. But this is also annoying because here's my eyes and there's the laptop screen. So I'm basically all hunched over. I hate it. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just needed to get it built. But I'm definitely going to snake some electric over to this, I think. Because this, boom, right here, that's my eyes. I'm sitting upright and typing. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go over there. Here's another thing I'm thinking. I'm stealing this from somebody. I might do a thing like this, like a under thing that comes out.
Oh, yeah. Like just an extra.
Like a shelf that's underneath of here that just pivots out.
Yeah.
So it can still move off of here.
Yeah, you can use the old pivot thing from a boat seat or whatever,
Yeah, exactly. That thing looks like a big lazy Susan of metal.
Yeah.
All right. You've come a long way, baby.
There you go.
All right. I don't think I could ever eat. Good thing about snakes. I don't know about eating it. I want the skin off of it. I'll tell you this. I'm gonna be a dick. We'll talk about the story on a Patreon chat. How me and that snake ended up in the way we got.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind having a skin, but if I could get a fresh one, I want to eat it.
Yeah, it is pretty fresh. It's just my problem is, it is freaking ice cold outside. It's basically winter here. So it's probably semi-frozen. But I would need to skin that thing quicker than later, So I didn't bring anything, of course, because I'm an idiot. So I don't know, drive away from the rain maybe, or go underneath some roof somewhere and then do it. I like ripping apart dead bodies in the rain. It's creepy.
Yeah, you might be better off like at a truck stop out in the road in the middle of nowhere. You could just kind of skin it real quick, park in the back corner, skin it real quick, and then, throw the stuff in the garbage can there, and nobody would think anything other, Maybe later when somebody parked in that spot and saw the blood and that, they'd kind of be freaked. But
that's what happens when I shovel all the dog poops out of here, out that side door. Where we stop, people who stop there next are like, what the hell happened here? Which dog exploded on the side of this parking lot?
Yeah,
right,
you probably should just bag it and then throw it in the garbage.
No, if you got a little broom like that thing there, it's just like a game. Wing it.
That would work good going down the highway, but yeah, in a parking lot.
Splotch on the next door neighbor car. All right. Favorite Target games. See, we cheat. We have all this figured out ahead of time, so we
written down even. Yeah.
Games at the gun range. Fitz Luck. I don't know what that one is. Playing cards, dartboards. I think we talked about this last week, so we obviously don't do a good job of like moving things around in the schedule. So, how about on that one again?
Not really. I mean, they're fun. Like I say, there's different games. I like animal crackers are fun to shoot at, and having contests so you can knock down the first, the most with
Yeah. Say,
in the fastest time. Those kind of things are fun, but I mostly just like to sit there and try hit a target. You know, that's always the high point of the shooting.
So I think that like anything, when you make it a game, when you make it fun, then you want to keep doing it, right? Just like sports are really for fighting, right? Like weren't they originally to keep your muscles up and you keep your abilities and everything for fighting games. So if we can, get people interested in shooting through entertainment, then they're creating skill. So I was going to say, since we already talked about this already, why don't we put the challenge out there, or the request out there, that anybody who might be creating a game or came up with a game or altered something that's an existing game to a new one, let us know. Send us an email. It's dailygunshow@gmail.com. We'll be happy to let people know about it. If you made a video or if you've got a web page devoted to stuff like that, then definitely let us know. Maybe even come on the show and talk about it. Like dartboards, that baseball game is on the back of dartboards always, that weird like thing where you throw the darts to make things happen in a theoretical baseball game or something. Thing you can play.
I've kind of seen that. Yeah, you can you go for a home run, you go for a
that. Like I don't know baseball, just know it's on the back of dartboards. But also the playing cards, where they'll have just a bunch of playing cards and the ones you shoot is your hand kind of thing, especially at long range, that can be pretty fun. But anyway, those came up from somewhere, right? Somebody created those. So I think if we are all out there creating, thinking about it, putting some effort into it, it would probably be better. It'd be better for the community than worse if there were a lot of new games out there, right? So everybody put your mind to it. If you come up with something, let us know. That's part of the interactive nature of this new media, is to everyone can participate and we can collaborate. All right, so with that, I guess we'll move along to another segment. What are we going to do for gun shop of the day? I think I said I was going to do that pawn shop over there. So there's a pawn shop in Las Vegas, New Mexico. How am I going to get this to aim? Where's the aim? There we go. So there's a pawn shop in the town of Las Vegas, New Mexico, and it's right across the street from the big billboard, the girl saying, "Howdy, welcome to Calumet." And I've seen it, I don't know, 3 or 4 times now, and it's never open. So this time I went there during business hours. They were open. It's kind of cool. I talked to the people, asked them if I could take a few pictures. This time they asked why. I said, because we like to show them on the internet. And she said, okay, great. Sounds good. I did do that before. So I was happy to be able to help them out a little bit. I haven't done it yet, but once they're posted, people will know about it. If they ever do go to Las Vegas, New Mexico to check out the Red Dawn shooting locations, they'll know that there's a pawn shop there. They could buy a gun or some tools. There's actually quite a bit of tools in there too. And the guy was buying an army cot when I was walking in. So a little bit of surplus and knives and stuff as well. So that's our gun shop.
Cool,
yeah, we feature a new gun shop. I don't have the pictures because, figuring us out. But I did figure out last night that I have Dropbox. And I don't know what I was thinking. I wish I would have had it back in 2012 because I forgot to bring a little drive. I haven't been doing videos in so long that having a external drive was just always part of our kit. And since I've been doing mostly photographs, they're much smaller. I haven't needed an external drive in a long time, so I just didn't even bring one on this trip. So I'm sitting here with a ton of video and tons of pictures, which is bringing in just gigabytes of data, right? So where am I going to put it? And then I remembered that I have a terabyte up on Dropbox. So using the free internet, I spent most of the internet spent most of last night sucking up my my datas. So so what are we doing for gun movie? Got mesmerized by my own mirror there. Look how cool that is when you do that. Got it. What was your gun movie yesterday, Bob? Or it was somebody had an idea for a gun movie yesterday?
I don't know if we did a gun movie yet. Oh, we did Red Dawn.
No, what we were gonna do. Red Dawn was the actual correct answer, but people were. I thought we had a suggestion for a different one.
No, and quit doing that, or I gotta quit locking on your camera because that's getting goofy.
Websites patches. You want to put gas in the tank? Go to Patreon. You know, like that. It's like you're on a boat. All right, I'll quit doing that. I thought we had a movie yesterday. Maybe somebody will let us know in the chat. Movie, and we'll talk about it. Am I busy?
I'll go check.
So yeah, sure. Hope to. I mean, the van's running great, so why not? I'm gonna hit every state. Southwest trading in Taos is good. What? Taos, New Mexico? Okay. Well, that's not next to me or nothing. Except that the way it worked, I went up to that Colorado, which is, this is New Mexico. I'm here. I went to Las Vegas, or I'm here in Las Vegas. I went up to Colorado. If I would have gone to Taos, it would have been like going that way to the rocks where she squeezes the grapefruit on his head, and Robert gets killed by the hind. Me and Bob already went there, though. Figured the next time I go there, I'm camping. Like, I want to hang out there. I want to actually camp on them rocks and get kicked out. Like, I just want to hang out there. So I didn't go that way because I wanted to come straight south again and go to where he says Wolverine's up on the rocks. So that I did. So thanks. I didn't know if there would actually be a gun shop in Taos. Oh, you're over there. Oh, right on. Well, thanks for letting us know. Shit, I wish I would have known. All right, well, we'll be up here again. I talked to the guys at BMC. Did I tell you that? I'm probably going to come up for a gun show in a week or so.
Yeah. I think that's going to be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, those guys are cool. I quite enjoyed our visit to their shop. I actually wanted to stop by there on my way by last time, but I was in a hurry to get back to Tucson before it got too hot.
You mean Canada?
No. When I was actually going, I'm pretty sure I went past there when I was going back to Tucson.
When you keep saying going back to Tucson, you mean back to Canada from Tucson?
No, I mean when I was coming from Texas back to Tucson.
There's no way you would have gone through Albuquerque, dude. You would have had to come all the way to the top ass of Texas, the stupid panhandle. So I went over to BMC, and they've got a Chinese M14.
Oh, really?
And this is it shooting in slow motion. Can you see it okay? It's coming through a screen through a camera, but I'll post the video someplace better. But can you see the spent cases coming off, the way they're glittering in the light there? It's a really cool video. You can see each one tumbling when it's nice and crisp. This is off an iPhone slow motion camera thing. They're showing it to me. Some pictures of it. You know how he is. He likes to show, let us take a look at his full auto stuff when we're there.
So it's a full auto M14 copy in 7.62 what caliber? 308?
7.62 by 51. It's just made in China, so it's a clone, but it's M14, a real one, full auto.
Oh, nice. That'd be pretty much like those ones I owned, except full auto.
Full auto.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be wicked though. Those things had recoil.
Yeah, and in fact, one of the videos, he didn't send me the one video, but he showed it to me the first time they shot it. It like literally knocked him back off his feet, like literally, like holding a fire hose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're well, just semi-auto. They're wicked recoil. They're just, I don't know, kind of. They work. You can hit your target. They function every shot, but I don't know. They're a not refined M14, because they're used to shooting Springfields. That's quite a refined rifle. And then you get a Chinese copy of it, and it's like, this isn't nearly as nice. It still works just as well. It still does everything the other one does, but it's just like, it seems to kick a little more. It seems to, the edges are a little rougher.
Yeah, it didn't seem that bad. It actually seemed less crude than I'd expect from a Chinese copy. All right, so it's a little extra. So that was our gun shop. So what's this, our gun?
I think we're done, really. I mean,
No,
unless
our day? Or you already did the gun of the day?
Oh yeah, we did gun of the day, yeah.
What the hell is this? That's a stupid looking gun. Is it broke?
It's one of the earliest semi-auto battle rifles. It worked really well. It just happened to be.
Four guns got chopped into pieces and somebody stuck them together with super glue.
No, That's it. The way it works. The barrel's kind of on a slant.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different guns. Somebody chopped them all up, stuck them together with super glue. It's a ridiculous looking gun. Is the idea to carry this into battle and the other side laughs so hard that they fall over and then you run over and push them or something?
Hey, it shoots 8mm Mauser semi-auto without any problems.
That doesn't impress me.
Very reliable. You know, unfortunately, they only produced 500 of them because the war started, and it was a brand new rifle.
No. Bob's in love with it. Okay. So look at that giant mag.
From one of the best gun designing countries in the world. That's all.
I'm a quarter check. I'm down with that, but it is a stupid looking gun. All right, so we're kind of abbreviating it, I guess, because we're all sloppy and it's raining and I'm wet. I don't like being wet. I don't know how people live like this. Let's go see gun history. Is there anything good in gun history today?
I don't know. I didn't look. Why would I look? Fuck. I lived it.
Just look. Unless I know there's something happening, I just look whenever we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I don't know what that is. President Abraham Lincoln in 1862 appoints Union General some other guy to the position of general. Who cares?
What was the general's name?
General Henry Halleck? Halleck? I don't know how to say it. That's why I've never heard of it before, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Halleck.
From 1941, Soviet bombers raid Berlin but caused little damage. This Bob will like this one. 1942, a German submarine attacks a Malta-bound British convoy and sinks HMS Eagle, one of the world's first aircraft carriers. Interesting. That had to cost a lot.
Yep, that would have been.
You know what's everything, and obviously there's a massive loss of life there, and just the idea that Germans are assholes, right? But it happens. That is also an opportunity for the British Navy to build it better, right? Like, oh crap, you just took our aircraft carrier. Like, I guess we'll just make a better one, assholes.
Yep. And that's pretty much what happened. I mean, attrition actually made a more modern Navy for the Navy that was being, hit.
Let's see. A small clash between... No, that's dumb. Oh, no, wait. 1965. A small clash between the California Highway Patrol and two youths set off 6 days of rioting in the Watts area of Los Angeles. So 6 days of rioting in 1965. So the media tries to make it seem like it was the first time we ever had a riot, and it lasted like a couple hours. 1972. The last U.S. ground forces withdrew from Vietnam. That was today in 1972.
No, 72, wasn't it? Yeah.
Huh. This says in 1988, Al Qaeda formed at a meeting in Peshawar, Pakistan. How does anybody know that? Did they have like a newsletter?
Well, probably something quite like that. There probably is an official biographer.
Oh, look at this one. 1999, a tornado in downtown Salt Lake City kills one person. That guy was a son of a bitch. He did something. And only kills you. That's saying something.
I don't know, man. That's saying divine intervention, which I don't believe in. So I think that's just somebody with really bad luck. He's probably the same guy who, every time a horse takes a piss, it's standing next to him,
So in 1950, today in 1950, Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple Computer, was born. So that's kind of cool. I like Steve, and I have a Apple II that is signed in Sharpie marker by Steve Wozniak.
Ooh, you should put that up for sale.
Out to schools, Steve would sign every one inside, and no, was it outside? I forget now. Anyway, he would sign every computer that went out free to schools, and I got it for $1 from a school. $1 from a school.
Does it work?
So probably it's not like they can break, and if they do, just get more parts. There's lots of Apple IIs. But I my Mac's up for 10, 15 years probably. I was really into playing with old Macintoshes in the end of the 90s and beginning of the 2s, but not very long.
Yeah,
couldn't
it
really
sounds
run them on. Before the internet, there was nothing else to do, so it was fun to put together little computers and network them and stuff. But that was just because we could go to a school auction with like $50 and come home with like my entire pickup truck bed full of computer stuff that new would have cost like what, probably close to $100,000. I'm not even kidding. Like just many thousands of dollars. And we would just network them. We put them all together and network them like if they were back in their library, just to learn how to network and how the different protocols and stuff work. So It wasn't expensive. It's just, you've seen my place. It looks like I live in a freaking
hoarder's house.
Warehouse.
Warehouse. Yeah, that's probably sounds better than a hoarder's house.
Hoarder? I don't have anything in there that ain't worth something. It's all good. Everything's good. It's all worth something. All right, so I don't know. Oh, okay. Enrique saying I have an original Mac 128 with the embossed names of the original designers. Yeah, they put the embossed the names of the original designers inside of the covers. That's always cool. All the Apple IIs, I think, did that. I think I put a picture of my Apple II up on the Gear Instagram a long time ago, but I don't know how to find it because Instagram ain't so great for recalling pictures. Gotta go. If you come through, Teos, email me. All right. Well, don't put your email in a text, or in a text box, because that's gonna last for about 15 minutes, and then it'll scroll past and be gone. And when the video's over, it's totally gone. So just like a FYI, appreciate the offer. Then go email that to me. Gunwebsites@gmail.com. Then we'll have it in an email that's permanent. Wants to email the show? It's dailygunshow@gmail.com, or me personally is gunwebsites@gmail.com. And yeah, thanks for the offer. I don't know how it'll come around, but knowing that there's somebody in Taos, I always hear about it. Never been there, so I'm down. I'm through there. Like I say, it cuts me diagonally from going back to Trinidad. I could go up this way. Actually, there's not much more to see in Las Vegas. It's just that Las Vegas is the fastest route up there. Be coming the other way. I might be coming after Dallas, back down. I don't know how many. So thanks for the offer, and I'll. All right, so looks like everybody's leaving because we're running so late. So I think we should shut it down. I showed you the rattlesnake, talked about the final Red Dawn shooting locations. We got the McDonald's on tape.
Yep.
We got the obligatory puppy. Hey.
Very tired looking puppy. You just do that
Got
to
the-
make sure he's alive or what?
No, I can tell you live because always the trickle of poops coming out this end. It's like having a little one of these little lights on. Once you see the poop stop coming out, then you worry. Then you run over and take a pulse.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, I guess that's the end of the show. One final thing. Stare at the screen. You want to buy your websites. What did I get?
Oh, jeez whiz.
Buy websites patches. You want? Oh, I should put the link in here. You want to keep gas in the tank on the how's this thing called? The Gun Show Loophole Tour. We're checking out gun shops all the time. So go home, Bob. I don't really feel like going straight home the boring highway. I kind of want to go down through Albuquerque and go to the very large array. Let's take a look at a map.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Go look at the very large array. I
that would be kind of neat. Yeah.
Oh, how does this thing know? Look at this. Look at this. This thing knows where I am. Except it's on the wrong side of the street. But what the hell?
Yeah.
That's creepy.
I drove past the big large array and saw them all sitting there and kind of went, eh. So that's it, eh? Just kept going.
Whatever. Except that thing can whatever. Dude, it's let's go look at it.
It's on little trains. They move the dishes all over the place.
Yeah, so you drive south
They
from
were all,
Albuquerque.
a whole bunch of them, like 15 of them were all stuck right in one place around the building when I went by.
Mm-hmm. So you'd go down from Albuquerque to Sirocco or whatever that's called. You take this road over here to almost Datali or whatever it's called. And then let's go to satellite view. And let's see. Should be this road right here. So as we can see, I don't know if you can see it very well, the scars. But like Bob's saying, there's railroad tracks that go out in this direction for miles or something. Railroad track in that direction, all the way across the highway over there. railroad all the way out and from like freaking miles. Look how far that railroad track goes, right? Let me zoom out. Very large array. There's the center. The railroad track goes in like a circle, like this whole freaking valley. This whole valley right here is basically a giant radar dish.
Well, big deal. They figured out how to put radar dishes on railway cars.
Yeah, you see how big Albuquerque is? Physically, almost the same size as this one radar array. So they put the giant radar dishes on railroad cars. They space them out to be whatever size for whatever size radio wavelength they're looking for. Harmony to be just like in the movie Contact, where she goes to that mountaintop that they scooped out and have the center like on a big cable or whatever suspended over the giant like volcano crater looking satellite dish. This thing's way bigger than that.
Yeah, this
was modulus.
Yeah. That wasn't scooped out. That was natural. That array in Chile or
just saying it's a punk little tiny array compared to the VLA. And movie Contact. Just drive up to it. You drive down this road, and then you drive this other road over there. Bob didn't care to bother. And then you can drive right in. Where's the little guy? I'm going to drop the little guy in here somewhere.
It's just a bunch of stuff, right? And
Bob,
it's big. It's kind of impressive. But to me, it's like, it's like looking at a bunch of railway trains with dishes on them. Whoopee. I understand. You know what you can also do is if everybody took their old satellite dishes, hooked them all together, pointed them sky, we could cover half the world with a big radio listening dish and feed all those signals into a big giant brain at NASA that would look for anything that was.
Yeah, okay, you're just being contrary because you're the guy who will spend all day and night talking about stupid airplanes that most people say they're stupid airplanes. This is a radar dish, that's radar dish, that one, that one, that one, that one. That's one of the legs. This one here. If you scroll around, you'll watch them go off into that direction. Right? And then if you come back around the other side of the museum or office way there, now you see them going off in that direction. A little easier to see because they're aimed this way. Now they're all aimed off to the west. So that's telling you that they're looking for something off the edge of the earth. That's freaking incredible. So you can drive right up to this road. You can drive right up over here. And the last time I was there, which was a while ago, but the last time I was there, you could drive all around the whole place. You could drive right up to these things. I forgot how many stories tall they are, like 8 stories tall or something. They're like massive, massive buildings each. And then they drive around. So I've been out there when they've been driving. I've been out there when they've been moving the... So anyway, you might not like them, but I think it's just really, really cool that they're such a neat thing and you can just go look at it. And anyway, that's on the way home. So I'm kind of back to map. Head out of Albuquerque, going south, go that way. That takes me over to Springerville, which Bob loves so much. I've been to 1 billion times, and I don't think we've ever done gun shops up there. Potentially go through the old, this is where we usually go hunting. So I could go through all these areas. And then cut down or something. So I'm guessing I'll probably do something similar to that. But I could also go to Flag and then down.
Yep.
Really not much to do. There's not much, there's too many mountains over here to have much choice. Pretty much you have to go on the highways for the most part. Anyway, so I got some thinking to do there. And
driving through the mountains is fun, G-Webs. You really should try it. Coast down the other side.
Through mountains? Mr. lives in the middle of Canada. I've driven through plenty of mountains. I'm not on vacation, Bob. I'm trying to go to gun shops. So driving through places that are awesome to look at is great scenery, but I've been through them dozens and dozens of times. Literally, we go hunting out there. And this is all about going to gun shops, and I want to hit as many in. Granted, on the highways, it's not like there's gun shop after gun shop. So sometimes, got to get off the beaten path to find them.
Well, that's...
I thank the people that are supporting us over on Patreon. I just dropped a link for that. And then, of course, we do have a specific Indiegogo going to basically I threw it out there to do 2 things. To get the patches for the Loophole Tour. Is basically the dog sticking his head out the van. So that'll be one of the patches. And then the other one is the new van. And so right now we're going to be getting the 2 patch. Well, we're almost to the point where we're getting both patches made. And then putting gas in the tank. So really just to kind of, keep the tour going. I'm tapped out buying the thing and doing this trip. So the momentum going. And then eventually I'd like to, if people enjoy the concept of somebody driving around, looking at gun shops during the week, looking at gun shows during the weekends, museums, collections, and the rest, then hopefully people will participate over on Patreon. This 300 will go to 3,000, which is what I estimate I would need to stay mobile all the time. And we'll drive around in this van with that dog, this guy from Canada, hanging out, and we will continue the tour. So I want to thank everybody again for joining. Have I been muted this whole time? No, okay.
No, you've been...
Thanks everybody for joining the show and the tour, and we will see you all next time. I guess, do you have a quote? You wanted to do your JFK quote for so long. Do your JFK quote?
No, I got a new quote. I got a new quote today, so.
You gonna do it?
Yeah. Well, you want to quit talking? I'll do it if you quit talking. But I'm only going to do it like if you're going to interrupt. Oh, is an error. Oh my God, he's been interrupting me. I swear he's doing it on purpose. One of these days. One of these days, Dano. Anyway, this quote today is by Oliver Wendell Holmes. But before I get to that, I want to remind everybody, please like, share, subscribe. And if you can, support us on Patreon, as well as any other way you can by maybe buying stuff at your websites. So, on that point, we'll do the quote. The great thing in this world is not so much where you stand, and you're moving. And that's true. If you're moving forward in your life and doing good things, then yeah, you're doing the right thing. And that's a good life. So on that note, thanks everybody for watching and listening. We're going to shut this train wreck down. See y'all at the Monday.